Hey guys, welcome back to another Moondog trading video. Tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, Cardano, Solana, Shiba, Avalanche in that order. First, we're going to start on the Bitcoin chart. Like always, Bitcoin is the most important crypto. It runs the market. So we always start off on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's doing good, usually everything else is doing good. So we always start off on Bitcoin, guys. Each candle represents one day. This is my ugly chart. I'm just going to go through this one real quick, and then we're going to show you a cleanup chart, one that's a little bit cleaner. We talked about this 200-day moving average in this area, anywhere from 48 to 47,600 as a possible rejection area. But we talked about getting a close above this 200-day moving average on a daily candle, and then getting another daily to confirm it to get to our higher targets up here, anywhere from 52 to 56. My higher end of this target would be the 56,000, but we could see some kind of rejection at this 52, a pullback, and then eventually up to that 56. But that's what I'm looking for. But we're going to look at the FTX chart, guys, which you could see how I drew this up. We talked about when we were up here, and I drew the possibility of this downfall and then the pop. And I said, as long as we're above this $44,000, I'm going to stay bullish. See the 44,035 area? I said, as long as we can stay above there, I'm going to stay bullish. If we get any time a higher term time frame, a daily, or even a back-to-back daily under this, then I'd be looking for downside targets. Until then, I'm still looking for these targets up here, as long as we can stay above that 44. Now, we got the pullback to there. We talked about it. We were up here. I drew this up. I talked about the pullback possibly happening, and then the bounce and go, and that's exactly what we're getting so far. I even drew up a fib for you guys, and I haven't done a video since I think Friday, right? So, and look where we hit our fib, guys. Each candle represents one day. This is a daily chart. I drew this fib up for you guys. Look at this. Boom, boom. Each day we had the downside targets for each day. Okay, and we're still just looking to break this 200-day, get some kind of daily candle closing above there. On the indicators, well, we got a little bit of maybe if we can get above this 65 area on my advanced stochastic, create this little W, get the confirmation on the bullish divergence here, then yeah, I definitely I'm looking for more upside, guys. Some things are a little high and coming down. So could we trade sideways? Yeah. Will we have to watch the market for tomorrow, the futures? Yeah, but if the futures come out good, we'll have to check that. They just opened up about 9 minutes ago. And like I said, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, education purpose only. But we'll keep an eye on that. But right now, this is looking okay. So, we create a new high at 47,500 area. And I'll be looking to test this 200-day coming in right around 48,283. I'll be looking to test that, okay, if that happens. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So you got the downside, you got the upside. Let's go to Ethereum, guys. We got rejected perfectly off of my zone here. I know this is an ugly chart, but this was the zones we were looking at. Forget all the other mess. We got rejected right at my zone, the top side of it. Looking for a little pullback, but we did close above this 200-day. So I want to see this act as support. It can wick it, guys. Just remember, each candle closes 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? As long as tomorrow, if it wicks it, if it closes tomorrow at 8 o'clock above the 200-day, that's what I'm looking for, guys. It can wick it. So what I mean by wick it can come down, shoot here, and then close above here. Actually, it'd be right here. Well, it'd be actually right here because it'd be the next day. That's really ugly, guys. It's not easy drawing with these things, but I hope you guys understand. This is a wick, okay, and then this is the close. All right. So I just want to see it closing above that 200-day. If we do close underneath it, I want to see the very next candle close back above it. like we did this candle, closed above it. So I want to see that if that does happen. And then we'll continue to the upside. And our upside target is this $38,000 to $39,000 area still is what I'm looking at for our target area. Coming in off this move here, I'm still looking for that area for some kind of bigger pullback. Could we trade sideways here for a minute? Yeah, and then get the pop, of course. That could also happen on Bitcoin as well. So keep that in mind. The futures will play a big part of it. Um, but yeah, to the downside, let's just not create a new low. I don't want to see us going getting a higher term time frame under 34,000. If we do, then we could be looking at some lower levels here. I wouldn't count on it too low. Um, to get very bearish here, under 3,000. If we get under 3,000, yeah, then we could start to look for lower targets. But as long as we're above 3,000, pretty much 3,050 area, I'm not too concerned. Actually, you know what? I take that back. 29.85. As long as we're above 29.85, I believe this thing will just keep running. Okay, so we got 44,000 on Bitcoin and 29.85 on here. Any kind of higher term time frame under there, then I would start to go bearish on this. But for now, I'm looking for more upside. Could there be some pullbacks along the way? Yeah, but we're seeing a little bit of maybe some bearish divergence setting up on the daily right now, but nothing's confirmed yet. If this candle starts to break a new high, then that'll disappear, and we should go higher in this move. Matic, guys, same thing. We want to get above this 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average is very key. If we can do that, get above any kind of higher term time frame above 175, then I'd be looking for the 180 to 192 area, or I'm sorry, 188 to 192 area, and then this 201 to 202. And if we get above there, you can see my higher term targets up here. And look at this, guys. We did the video a couple days ago. And look what we did. We hit our downside target perfect. I told you that could be the potential bounce area, 156. Bang, nailed it perfect, just like we always do. And guys, this is a new channel, so make sure you sub, hit the bell, hit the all, so you don't miss any of these videos, so you don't get freaked out. When you see this coming down here, you don't panic. You wait for the bounce here. If you get some kind of higher term time frame closing under this, then you could start to panic a little bit. But you don't panic until because what they do is they like to freak you out. They like to make you panic and take your money, okay? So just remember that. So as long as we're above 156 and pretty much 154, which is coming in right around, or 155, this 50-day moving average, I just don't want to see anything, on a higher term time frame closing under there. As long as we can stay above there, I look for more upside into this move, and eventually getting above that 175. There is some bearish divergence coming in on the RSI, so that's not looking too great. Like I said, could there be some sideways action here? Yes. But if Bitcoin runs and Ethereum does good, then yeah, you could see these other coins moving up. Could this be a sideways or a little bit down from here? Yes, but eventually I'm still looking for more upside. There's nothing in the charts changing my mind. Like I said, with pullbacks along the way, yes, guys, that could happen. All right. Cardano, we're just in my box. We talked about trading this trend right here, the breakout right here. Okay. I talked about taking this trend. We called the bottom of this move perfect in my videos, guys. Look at this. Okay, so we talked about this area here. Then I said, guys, right here, as long as we don't get any higher term time frames closing under this 0.785, as long as we don't do that, I'm looking for a big move to the upside and break this trend. We didn't. We got some wicks. You see the wicks? All of our candles closed above that area, and we got our big move to the upside. You guys, if you guys watch my channel, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, we nailed this perfect, and this was my zone for rejection, and we nailed that perfect too. Look, we talked about the 125. We got to that zone, and that's what we're looking at. A little sideways action, and now I'm still looking to break this bigger trend for a bigger move. If we can get a higher term time frame breaking this trend, getting above the 200-day moving average, which is currently coming in around 148. Then I would look for higher in this move, anywhere from 240 to even the high point of this move, which is what is it? Here, we'll just draw this out real quick for you guys. Let's see here. Boom. And then we got one more here. Boom. So those actually, I'll give you some targets, guys. I do apologize. Well, let's just do this right, because those are high targets. Let's go there, 163, and then we got, well, we're already hitting the 125. So these three targets would be my upside targets for Cardano. To the downside, let's just see if the 110, 107 area holds up. If we get a higher term time frame closing under there, then I'd be just looking for the 50-day or this $1 holding up. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for Cardano. Solana, we got our rejection pretty close. We had 146. We got up to 144. They front running the move just a little bit right here. I should have saw that coming, actually. I was going based on our target here. But you know what? You pull that down just a little bit and you're right there. So because you could see the touches right here, guys, all across the board, 144. But we did meet the W target finally from this pattern here. We drew our target. Maybe where I made my mistake is this is crooked. This is crooked. I just realized. So yeah, that's probably how I was off just a little bit. I was going based on the target from this move, which we met that target. So now can we see a little sideways action from here? Yes. I'm still looking for this bump and run action, kind of like Cardano. If we can get above here, then I'll be looking at this 166, 170 area, and then these would be my targets. Let's go to the magnet, to the upside. Boom, right there. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Get me on there. Boom, right there. Okay. And then boom, right there. Okay. So, man, my hand's hurting. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, guys. Those targets, you can see them right here. 156, 159, then 166, 177, 206, 245, and 268. That's what I'd be looking at to come out of the bump and run. But we could see a rejection here or some kind of little pullback, at least maybe to 120. Actually, I'm going to bring this down a little bit because I kind of like this area better. Boom, right there. 117, 117, 116 area. Let's see if we can get a fib going in the bottom right here. Actually, came up. All right, we didn't create a new low, so last one's right here. So what do we have? Yeah, 115, 115, 116 area, guy, or even that 117. Yeah, this would be the area anywhere from 113 to 117. If there is some kind of pullback and then a bounce from there, and then hopefully testing this trend line eventually. That's only if we get it's only if we get a daily candle closing under 127. That's where I'd be looking for these lower targets. Okay. Shib Army, Shib Nation. Yeah, we hit our targets up here. We talked about, I even had a little blue line right here on the high. I did that way before this even happened, guys. You guys see my trend right here. Trend is our friend. We followed that trend all the way up. I probably could extend this trend and move it up here, and we still have that trend in play. Trend is your friend to the end. This is coming out of a bullish pattern. You see it right here. So yeah, let's hold this trend. Let's not get any kind of higher term time frames underneath it. If we do, we want to see the very next candle. So if we get a daily closing underneath, let's just say 25.65, then I'd want to see the very next daily candle closing, anywhere in the 26.50 area on the very next candle. I wouldn't want to see a rejection there. And as long as this 50-day moving average holds up right around 25 even, this is still looking good for me. And to the upside, I still wanted to get a higher term time frame closing above the 28.64. So that's what I'm looking at for Shib Army, Shib Nation. Downside, upside. You got So, bearish if we get 2-day candle closing under this 50-day moving average, but I'm still looking bullish for more upside here. Avalanche, guys, we talked about this beautiful pattern, getting the retest. We got a retest off the 81. We talked about the 200-day moving average. On top of that, we talked about this area being a rejection zone from 100, the $100 area, and I guess it got up to 103. So we'll add that here. We did not have the 103 on the peak, which usually I have everything perfect. But this actually moved a little faster than I expected. So that's on me, because you can see we got the rejection. We were fighting at 92. And then they came down, and usually we would retest that. But you can see some whales were playing games here, and they brought us down to the 90 area instead of the 92. It just freaked some people out. And that's when we saw the big spike to the upside. So I'm still looking for these higher term targets up in this area. You guys can see them here, 152, 129, this 113, 117. Could there be a pullback? Yeah. Let's see if they drop it down to this 92 area. Okay, they get us down to this 92, get a rejection there, and then a bounce, and then we still want to get a higher term time frame closing above 103. That would look nice and bullish. And guys, I'm not bearish until we close under 81. If we close under 81, then I'd be looking for a lot more downside. Until then, upside we go, and that's what I'm looking at for Avalanche. I think that's it for tonight's video, guys. Much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys sub, hit the bell, hit the all, so you guys don't miss any of my videos. If you guys want to sign up to Webull, you get some free shares if you use my link. So it's just some free money. You deposit $100. You wait. I think it's 5 days for it to clear. You get your free shares. You could sell them, do whatever you want to do. And it's just free money for you guys. Also, I'm putting my link to Twitter in the description. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well. Listen, much love to you guys. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is just my opinion, educational purposes only. But I think that's it for tonight's video. Much love to you guys, and peace out.